What is up, guys? This is Claurindo here, and today it is a very special day because it is your boy's birthday. That is right, from now, today, I am 17 years old, which means that I can get a provisional driving license, literally drive a car, and start to live the good life. So the presents and the birthday so far has been really good so far, so I'm hoping to receive more presents later on within the week. But what I already have from family is a scarf, some money, and a really nice jacket. It is really nice. So it is a really good day so far, living it up at 17, and I'm about to show you in this video just basically how my deck basically works. So it contains the Bat, the Miner, the Executioner, the Inferno Dragon, the Ice Spirit Tornado, the Zap, and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. The only two legendaries you need are the Miner and the Inferno Dragon, but of course if you don't have the Miner, you can substitute it for a Bandit. If you don't have the Bandit, you can always have a Battle Ram. And for the Inferno Dragon, well, for the Inferno Dragon you can have minions as a replacement or a minion horde, which is also really effective. I haven't played with those alternatives, but I'm pretty sure it'll be good. So I'm going to show you guys some replays of how this deck is really strong in battles, but it is not strong against the Three Musketeers, unfortunately, because it doesn't have a direct spell like the Fireball to deal with that. But anyways, I'm going to show you the first match right now. Okay, so here we are, guys, the first game against, I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy's name, I'm sorry, but for this, we'll just say Kong, because that's the clan that he is from. This guy from Kong, he contains like a Royal Giant Rocket deck, which is kind of, I would say, beatdown. Like I'm not like familiar with the type of deck that that people would play with, like beatdown, log bait. I am familiar with log bait because I have played it a couple of times, and I've actually used it and won a couple of battles. That was like when I was off scene. So yeah, so this guy uses a witch. His Royal Giant seems to be getting a couple of damage there, so that's how my tower has that amount of health. So I use my Executioner at this point to stop his witch, and he uses E-Barb, so I have to force myself to go with a Tornado to defend that. And now I go with a counter push, which is a really good counter push, because I think at this moment he should have used his arrows for the bats. He should have used his arrows like there on the tower where the bats were. The Mana and the bats to the tower, which are really good. So he's going to use his E-Waves for my Inferno Dragon. Now at this point I think he uses an Inferno Tower. He does have it in cycle, and he uses it only once in a game. And he literally uses it for my Inferno Dragon, and that is the only time he uses it. And I don't think he uses his arrows either. So at this point he is thinking about going with a witch. I go with a Mini P.E.K.K.A. just to try and bait out something. So the Mini P.E.K.K.A. gets a shot thanks to the zap that I used. So he's going to go with a Royal Giant now. He's going to go with a push. I'm going to go with an Executioner, an Inferno Dragon, and he's going to go over rockets, I believe. As the Inferno Dragon moved forward, it actually avoided itself from getting caught inside the rocket. So that rocket was crucial, because if it had got my Inferno Dragon, he would have been getting quite a lot of damage onto the tower. So yeah, that was a crucial rocket that he missed out on. Mini P.E.K.K.A. getting that Valkyrie down there. So as you can see, the aim, objective in this deck is to be it is really defensive. It is a defensive deck, but with the Miner, it can turn from defense to offense really quickly. As you guys saw, within the early stages of the game, as I picked up the tower. So yeah, that was a good game, well played. So that was a really good match. And that was against the Royal Giant, which most people hate. Okay, but I'm going to show you another match which includes the Golem, and I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay, so here it is. We're against Pelu from Gran Canaria, I believe. So here he goes with a golem. I go with an ice spirit and a miner just to see what he has, and I figure out he has a golem. So he uses his goblin gang right off the start of the game just to make sure I don't do too much damage. So I have an elixir advantage at this point in the match, which is really good, and I've already cycled back to my ice spirit, which is a really good idea. So as you can see, the deck cycle is really fast, and each card has a purpose. So you have the Inferno Dragon for big heavy tanks like the Golem and the Royal Giant, as you just saw. And you have the Mini P.E.K.K.A, which is the main damage dealer. So you'd kind of like use it against E-Barbs or any kind of ground troop, or to like make proper damage on the tower. So, okay, so at the moment we decided to trade a tower, because he used E-Barbs on the opposite lane as I continued to use a miner on the left hand side. So we decided to tower trade, as it is 1-1 now. And we do have a level advantage, so we need to keep that in mind. I think that was like the level advantage we had in the last game. Let's just see. He uses his golem again. So the Executioner is a really strong 5 elixir epic rarity troop. He is really useful against minion horde, and the main objective is like Executioner Tornado. It just makes defense way too easy, and this Ice Hero was really good as it pulled back most of his goblins to make sure that push of his didn't like deal way too much damage. So that Ice Hero was really good in my opinion. I decided to go with a counter of my own using the Mini P.E.K.K.A and a miner. He did use a Skarmy. The miner did get some chip damage, which is really good. At this point on in the stage, in the game, I used an Executioner for his minion horde because he might have went for a 3-round push. Then he used a Night Spirit and Bats. He used a Rage spell. I decided to ignore that. And then went on with another Mini P.E.K.K.A and Miner. And I zapped his Goblin Gang. Then he went on with a Skeleton Army for the Miner. That was good defense from him. And then as his counter push came forward, he used the Golem, I believe. Yeah, he used the Golem at the back, so I knew I had to cycle because I used my Inferno Dragon, which is like the main counter for the Golem. So I used the Mini P.E.K.K.A for the Golem, getting 2 hits, oh no, just 1. Then I used that to cycle to my Executioner, and I think nope, he's not going to use a rocket. He uses his Rage spell, which means the Golem will get to the tower. I need to use some Ice Spirit on the right hand side for the Skeleton Army, because otherwise he was going to deal way too much damage and I would have lost. So the Inferno Dragon and the Executioner coming forward. I probably should have used my Mini P.E.K.K.A earlier, as he would have done much more damage. He did use a rocket from the tower, so I fear now that I might lose this match. But I think it's just one push that I have now to complete the game. I go with an Inferno Dragon and a Miner. He uses Baby Dragon for my Inferno, and he uses a Minion Horde. The Mini P.E.K.K.A gets 2 hits on the tower, and the 2 Inferno Dragon finish off the remaining minions. And as the Inferno Dragon burns off the tower, calling it a good game, he decides to use his rocket, but he didn't have enough elixir to use it in time. So that was GG, well played against Pelu there. 2-1 victory to us. And I'm going to show you guys now my final game, which is a really close game. I decided to save this game till last because I don't know how I won it, okay? But anyways, enough talk. I'm just going to show you the game right now. Okay, so here it is, guys. We have our final game. It is a hog deck. It is a hog deck, which most players, I think, are using nowadays for the meta, maybe. So yeah, we are facing a hog deck. It does have E-Barbs and the hog, so I thought at first I just decided to tornado the E-Barb and the hog to the king tower, but the hog unfortunately got to my other tower, so he did make some damage. I decided not to use my miner just in case I would be over committing on offense. But I used it now since I had enough elixir. He goes with his Mega Minion. Miner gets 4 swings on the tower, and he uses his E-Barbs again. Which means I'll use my Ice Spirits to cycle to my Mini P.E.K.K.A. See, this is why I need the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I used my Zap to make sure the Mini P.E.K.K.A. finished off the E-Barb, otherwise that E-Barbarian would have got a lot of damage. So he used the Minion Horde for my Miner and Bats combo. The Miner and Bats combo is really effective, as you guys saw in the first battle. I decided to use a Tornado. I should have probably used the Zap as well, because the Hog got way too many hits on the tower, and I just decided to use a Zap to make sure he didn't, like, deal any more damage on the tower. So he is slightly winning in damage. So he decides to go with Nice Golem and Elite Barbarian combo, but I decided to use my Mini P.E.K.K.A. Let's use this as Zap. I can go with my Bats, and this Ice Spirit was really crucial as it stopped the E-Bars from getting to the tower. I just thought, go with a Miner, that's all we can do. He goes with his Mega Minion. I can use a Zap, and I dealt quite a nice amount of damage on the tower. And he goes with his Hop now, I believe. After I use my Infinite Dragon. Oh no, maybe not. Okay, yeah, he fireballs my Bats. I go with kind of like a split push. So I have the Infinite Dragon and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. on one side, as the Miner does chip damage on the left. Sorry. So he uses his E-Barbs, and this is where I make a really crucial mistake. I used my Ice Spirit way too late. So I had to force myself to use the Tornado to make sure he didn't do any damage. And that Hog Rider took the tower to 16 hit points. Now here is what I don't get. I don't know how I won. I sent the Miner at the back, used the Slice Golem for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. After the E-Barbs took out the Mini P.E.K.K.A, then went back to the Miner, Ice Spirit on the tower, and the Inferno Dragon was burning the tower away for a good game. And he had a log in rotation, if you guys hadn't noticed. He had a log in his cycle at the time, which he didn't use to knock out my tower. I had no idea why he didn't use it, because my tower clearly had less health than his did. I just don't know what he did. I think he just froze, apart from the fact that the Inferno Dragon was on the tower. But I have no idea of why I won that one. But that was a really good game and well played. So I hope you guys kind of like get the idea behind the deck. It is overall a really defensive deck, but it can turn from defense to offense with the Miner really quickly. So like the Bat, a tiny bit of air defense, really good for against Lava Hound, etc. So it's a really good card, and it is only for 2 elixir, so it makes it really cheap. It makes it really beneficial from having minions. So in the Miner, constantly applying chip damage onto the tower, and because of how you would vary the position of the Miner, you can send troops back to deal with the Miner, as say you would send a Mini P.E.K.K.A. to decimate that crown tower to pieces. And you have the Inferno Dragon for big heavy tanks like Golems, Royal Giants, Lava Hound, Giants. And the Executioner, really useful against the Minion Horde and Minions or Goblin Gang. The Ice Spirits, really good, cheap, 1 elixir troop, able to freeze units for a couple amount of seconds. The Tornado, really good. The Executioner and the Tornado combo is really strong, and that is why this deck particularly works. I think that would be a strength as to why this deck works. And the Zap, as you guys saw in the last game, I did use a Zap to kind of focus the tower onto the Miner, so the Mini P.E.K.K.A. wouldn't get caught. But he did use his E-Barbs for my Mini P.E.K.K.A. but the Inferno Dragon here won the game. But anyways, that is the deck. And that is the whole video. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you want to find out more content. I'm off to chill. It is my birthday after all, so I have to celebrate, of course, don't I? So anyways, that is the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. But anyways, peace out.